Anthony Davis has finally decided to show up to work for the Los Angeles Lakers this year. He took an additional leave of absence after the Lakers championship in the bubble, but he's finally here. Last 3 games for AD, though the Lakers have not won all of those games, he's been pretty darn good. You get a win against Denver in LA, AD was really good. You lose to Portland, but AD fought his behind off. He has been playing hard, probably a little too hard. When he hits the ground, I'm like, oh my God, is he done for the year? What, is he hurt? Did he break his finger? What, did he break his butt bone? I don't know. Right? Every time he falls, I'm like, oh my God, get up, please get up. And then he showed up and showed out against the Phoenix Suns, and I think sent a message to Phoenix. If you guys do match off in the first round against us, y'all in trouble. Because I got a big boy coming back in LeBron James soon, and I beat y'all by myself, but when he comes back, we really going to beat y'all in 5 games. So I do believe AD has been playing his behind off over the last 3 games. It got to the point last week I was making a joke like, yo, the safest place for Anthony Davis is on Call of Duty at this point in the game, because if he touches the basketball court, he gets injured every other game. But AD has been coming with it as of late. And I've seen some people online say, wow, it looks like as soon as LeBron came back, AD was bad. But then LeBron leaves again, reaggravates his ankle injury, and now LeBron's great again. Or AD is great again, excuse me. Was LeBron the reason why AD wasn't playing well? What are y'all talking about? They just won a championship together. What are you talking about? LeBron has no problems deferring AD, especially in the clutch. Especially in the clutch. Here's the bigger picture here. And I've brought this up in pieces on this platform time and time again, so we'll break it down again. Rajon Rondo believed Anthony Davis was the best player in the world. Not LeBron. He thought it was AD. So he clearly thought AD was the best Laker. Rondo, when he was on the court, he went above and beyond to find ways to give Anthony Davis the basketball. 2 of AD's best seasons in his career. Last year with the Lakers in year 1, and then obviously one of those years in New Orleans together. Remember that year where AD got hot and the Pelicans were able to knock off the Blazers, shock them in the playoffs? That was a Rondo-led team. 2 of AD's best years of his career. One in a championship. Rondo was the guy that could give AD some quick lobs, some easy plays at the rim when he's struggling. You're not going to see Anthony Davis miss 5-6 shots in a row, which we've seen a lot this year when he has played. He's been struggling from the field, and you're like, I'm like, yo, if I don't know AD to do anything else, I know he goes in the gym and gets shots up. So that's telling me it's in his head. And what's one way to get out of your head? Get some easy looks at the rim. Well, you're 6'11", and Anthony Davis, you can't just come down the court every time down and get yourself easy looks. Guys got to put you in positions to win. And that's what Rondo does better than anybody in regards to Anthony Davis. That's literally what Rondo does. Put people in the best position to win. That's why I think he's a great move for the Clippers. Rondo's not there anymore. Who's the starting point guard of the Lakers? See, not only has LeBron been out again after re-aggravating that ankle injury, Dennis Schroder went into health and safety protocols because of a COVID scare. Bingo. In my world, the reason why AD has been playing better is because the Lakers at backup point guard have Alex Caruso, who's been getting the starts with no LeBron and no Schroder to be the primary ball handler. Because if LeBron was there, you could essentially, you don't have to have Caruso start. You could bring him off the bench, and LeBron could go back into point guard mode like he did last year. But no LeBron, you got to bring a point guard out there, and Caruso's been the guy with Schroder out. I think we're seeing the impact of Schroder on Anthony Davis. It ain't been great. See, when those shot clocks are late, if it's Rondo, if it's Caruso, they're going to find a way to let AD put up that shot clock, buzzer beater type of ordeal, right? And sometimes AD will make, sometimes he'll miss, but at least he gets that look up, gets that confidence rolling, and next time down, he'll probably make it. Schroder's going to shoot that shot himself, oftentimes. Not to mention, he's in a contract year. So that's another principle. And Schroder's trying to get the bag from Los Angeles, if not there somewhere, probably the Bulls or somebody like that. So let's be clear. Dennis Schroder has to think me at the end of the day. I'm not saying he's a selfish guy. And also, Schroder has not been known to be a point guard for a team that's winning games. He come in Oklahoma City and he get on the ball, but more times than not, it was to score the rock, not necessarily facilitate and create for others. I think we're seeing that maybe Schroder and AD have not been the best mesh, and that might be something that the Lakers revisit this offseason. Maybe Schroder's a rental like Drummond, and the Lakers go address their point guard needs somewhere else. We shall see. I think we're finding out that Schroder and AD have not been the best blend so far. Now, hopefully with LeBron mixed in between that, he can kind of balance that thing out. But people saying LeBron and AD don't work well together this year, what are we talking about? They won a championship just a few months ago. I think more or less Schroder and AD have not worked well together, and that's probably why AD has been balling out as of late and struggled when Schroder was there. I think we're finding out that Dennis Schroder and AD need a little more work. The problem is the playoffs are here. You got to play in to get in, and then you're going right into a matchup against Utah, Phoenix, or Los Angeles Clippers. So we don't have time to figure it out. So we'll see if the Lakers can get it together on the fly.